Honorable Peter Gathungu Kamau, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. This is the statement which the Honorable Member for Nyakio had asked, and we had verbally answered him and said the committee had he had been answered by the executive during a meeting with the executive on budget implementation, but he ruled that it be given in the House because it was asked in the House. And Honorable Speaker, in accordance to Nyandarua County Assembly Standing Orders number 46, Honorable Sakari Njeru, the member for Nyakio, sought a statement from the Chairperson Committee on Education, Technical Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection concerning the status of Rwanyambo Pre-Primary School. And additionally, Honorable Rimui Kayani sought to establish the status of Dodua Pre-Primary Centers in Gedafai Ward. Honorable Speaker, accordingly, the committee held a meeting on the 4th of June 2025 and resolved to request for the information from the county executive member responsible for the pre-primary education in the county. And Honorable Speaker, on the 13th of June 2025, the Office of the Clerk was seized with a response from the Department on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection concerning the pre-primary centers as per the Annexures 1. And it is worth noting this information was filled to the respective honorable members of the County Assembly, Honorable Speaker. The response was forwarded to the committee and tabled for consideration in a meeting held on 18th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, upon perusing the correspondences received, the committee found it insufficient and resolved to seek for more information that included how much money was allocated to the Rwanyambo and Dodua pre-primary centers. Number 2, Honorable Speaker, how much of the money was paid to the contractor and avail the evidence, Honorable Speaker. And 3, Honorable Speaker, where was the department not allocated funds for the completion of Dodua and Rwanyambo pre-primary centers in the subsequent financial year, Honorable Speaker. Number 4, Honorable Speaker, the contracts between the county government and the contractors for the construction of Rwanyambo and Dodua pre-primary centers and LPO, that is the local purchase, the local supply orders and the acceptance letters. 5, the composition of the project implementation committee for both projects. And 6, to provide reasons that led to the contractor leaving site. And number 7, Honorable Speaker, the action taken by the department once the projects were abandoned by the contractor. Lastly, number 8, Honorable Speaker, the measures taken to ensure that the projects are completed as per the contracts and that there is no wastage of public funds as witnessed in the current scenarios. Honorable Speaker, on the 26th June 2025, the Office of the Clerk was seized with a correspondence from the CCM Education, Vocational Training, Gender, Culture and Social Protection. The committee is yet to meet and consider the information received, appreciating that in the last 2 weeks, the committees have not met, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, even after doing this response, which was done as late as yesterday, the committee has held a meeting this morning, Honorable Speaker, and the information which has been available to the committee, we have found it to be incorrect as per the information that the department has sent. And Honorable Speaker, since we have found the information to be incorrect, I know the House will be going to recess today, but with my committee, we have agreed that even if the House will be on recess, on Wednesday, next week, Honorable Speaker, we shall be inviting the department to come and shed light so that we can satisfactorily give a response to the affected members, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, arising from the foregoing, the committee shall respond conclusively to this statement upon resumption from this Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Zachary Njero, the seeker of the statement.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think to be fair enough, the committee have not been able to do justice to this statement. I requested the same before the budget for this financial year, Honorable Speaker, was approved, so that if the department is not in a position or was not in a position to make sure that the same ECD and toilet is completed, Honorable Speaker, I could have allocated some money. Honorable Speaker, we are talking about a project of the financial year 18-19, Honorable Speaker, whereby a pit was dug, Honorable Speaker. The crash was done up to the lintel. I was personally forced to go get some off-cuts, cover that pit for the safety of our kids, Honorable Speaker. I think the committee should have dealt with this matter with a kind of an urgency, Honorable Speaker, and now indicating that after recess, that is when they'll consider the same. I think that is not right. And as I was following a session whereby I was not around, I could hear my good friend and member for Shaupondo, Honorable Kamau Gathogo, indicating that the same was responded during another forum by the executive, Honorable Speaker. So I was not in a position to respond. I think the committee, as much as they are indicating after recess, they'll be able to sit down with the respective department. I think they are not doing justice. Bearing in mind the same issue is happening at Githafai, Honorable Speaker. How long will it take for a project that was started, Honorable Speaker, to be completed? I had a budget from my irreducible minimums. If I had information of what was paid, what is required, I could have allocated, Honorable Speaker. So I'm calling upon, with a lot of respect, Honorable Speaker, I'm calling upon the Committee on Education. Call these people and we get a solution to it, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Isaac Kungo Wajiro, member for Wajohi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to weigh on this matter. And I think the committee, and I hope the chairman is listening to us, I think the committee needs to do something seriously. We have a very serious problem on the issue of ECD. As we are speaking right now, there are projects in my ward that are 3 years, and they are incomplete. And we really want, and when we were doing the budget, I did request the department to go and sit down and come with a report telling us each and every incomplete project what is happening. If it requires appraisal, if the funds that were given are not sufficient, they bring evidence, including the appraisal reports from the engineers, from the public works. They did not do that. So as a budget committee, we could not be able to provide money to complete those structures. Yet the committee, we had told them in advance. Honorable Speaker, it is very serious. These members of this county assembly are being fought because of these incomplete projects. In some places we have toilets. Only the pit were dark and they were left. They are even a health hazard. in some of our places. So, Honorable Speaker, I think the committee needs to invite and take this matter seriously. Because when a member comes here and requests for a statement and it's urgent, then we say 60 days. After 60 days, we come here and say it is incomplete, we want now to address it after recess. Then when we come after the recess, we say the department has not responded. What are we doing? Are we really doing justice to our people? Honorable Speaker, I think.
Honorable Denji.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm also really concerned with those kind of projects from the department because, Mr. Speaker, there have been a lot of negligence from the department. Mr. Speaker, I'm not aware if, Mr. Speaker, the project has been paid, if there is kind of payment that has been done in the same project, either partially, Mr. Speaker, and if the project has been paid, either partially, those that are approving the payment, if there is any, Mr. Speaker, they should also be summoned. Mr. Speaker, having an LSO and having an acceptance letter, that contractor carries the burden, plus the department included because of supervision. To note that they are the people who are putting the county behind. Mr. Speaker, I want to clarify, it's not only this department, and we are even coming to health department, where some of the department are even having zero absorption in some wards. Like, for example, my ward, Mr. Speaker. And in future, after completion of this statement, Mr. Speaker, I would also like to come and report to this House that even my ward has the same problem. Mr. Speaker, it is important, mandatory, to follow those people to the letter so that they can prove whether we are going forward or backward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Steve Matimo.
Mr. Speaker, I'm a member of this committee, and to some extent I want to agree with Honorable Zach. But that said and done, Mr. Speaker, we cannot come in this assembly and give falsehood information that has been received. We've sat down as a committee this morning, and one of the main concerns that as we were looking at the report from the department, the project was done in the financial year 2018-2019, but the department has written to us saying that the project was undertaken 2019-2020. We cannot come to this assembly and put that report forward, Mr. Speaker. That's why Chair has requested that we've decided, even if we shall be off during recess, we shall come back to this House, undertake the work, and after the 2 weeks recess, we shall have a comprehensive report of what really transpired to the said project. And I think one of the main challenges that we are facing as a county is delays and inaccuracy in the information that we are getting from the department, Mr. Speaker. So we are humbly requesting the House to indulge us as a committee. We are going to burn the midnight oil to ensure that justice is done to the residents of Nyakeo and Githafai Ward. And we also have an issue in Wanjohi. We are still following up on all those issues, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Gashomba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, I think this issue of ECDs on vocational training and that Department of Culture and Gender is everywhere. You understand, Mr. Speaker, even in my ward, there are some classrooms that were not even completed. Toilets in Horio Primary School, there's one in Mushfao Primary, and actually were done halfway.
You know, Mr. Speaker, when we do the budgets, the budget appropriates funds to that project for that financial year. And if those funds are not appropriated, I believe the department should carry forward in the next financial year so they can be able, Mr. Speaker, to complete. The issue here is only one. Maybe when they are doing their budget, when supplementary budget is forwarded to be supplemented, they forgot, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that those projects that were not done are appropriated within the same budget, that is the coming budget. So, Mr. Speaker, we are urging the department to make sure that the budgets that are there, and if funds are not available, I know there is a problem with the own source of revenue. I don't believe, Mr. Speaker, that is the issue. The issue is when the projects are not completed, I believe they are supposed to be supplemented in the next financial year so they can be able to complete those projects. So, Mr. Speaker, is just a problem in the department. They should wake up from their slumber so that this project can be completed from Kenton to Clampton. There are many, Mr. Speaker. We need to do what we call it. We need to take a stock of all those projects so that we can be able to see whether we can be able to operate more in future. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Bogo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I think I will support the seeker of the statement. This house, Mr. Speaker, have been turned to a lamenting house. In where we come here, politic, complain, talk, say things, and nothing happens. I'm a chairman of a committee, a sector one, just like the education committee. But, Mr. Speaker, it's shameful when a committee comes and says that they require for more time, and they have been having a statement for a cycle of our whole budget, in where the seeker of the statement is complaining that he is not in a position to either add finances, either to reduce or add. It's shameful to the committee because the whole budget cycle, they are now requesting for 2 weeks to go and sit with the executive. Mr. Speaker, the executive finally has turned all committees in this house to lamenting people who can do nothing, people who can take them nowhere. Even in the next 2 weeks that have been requested, Mr. Speaker, I can point blankly say that there is nothing that is going to be done because we are still going to remain a lamenting committee. Shame on you to the committee, and I have no apology for the same.
Honorable Kamwana. Kindly put your mic on.
Let me say again, Honorable Speaker, thank you for granting me this chance. And Honorable Speaker, from the onset, I want to say that I'm a member of this committee. And quickly going by the words of Honorable Bogo, who have just spoken, and his words was not very kind. But I want to remind him, when he rose up, he said that he's a chair of a committee. And precisely, he said that he's a chair of a what do you call this committee? Sectoral committee. He started by lamenting and saying that equally in his department, they are not getting a lot of work being done.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. I have not said that.
What is it, Honorable Bogo?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I was very clear and candid. I have not said that my committee is having any business. Go to your calendar. We have nothing pending in those committees.
Order, Honorable Kamwana.
Thank you so much. As I quickly respond, it's only that he could not allow me to finish. You know, in English, we say that a single word can be able to create the difference. This is the word that I want to say. Because when he has mentioned that, and I'm not calling him, and I'm not standing here to defend, but as honorable members of this honorable house, honorable speaker, I want to say from the speakers, that is honorable members who have been able to speak before, we can see where the buck stops. As I want to defer this committee, it is not that we want to sit on this job. It's not that we don't want to finish this job. We can be able to see from the Hansard and from the records that this is a committee that has been able to do most of its work. diligently, and we are also being able to meet deadlines. But I'm asking my fellow members, at least to see where the devil now bites this committee. And I want to say, because I'm a trained professional in the building environment, and it is not easy to finish these projects due to many reasons that I cannot be able to say here. And I know Honorable Bogo.
Honorable Kamwana, are you giving part of the statement, the response to the statement, or you're justifying the committee?
Not really justifying. I want to say that I'm standing here like any other member. It's only that I'm a member of this committee. I was contributing, and I wanted to say this, that we need to look into this Department of Education, to be precise, because what Honorable Bogo, the department lacks is a capacity to look into these matters. And if you can be able to look into depth, you can be able to see that we also have other problems of budget making, whereby we lose money in a financial year, in any case where a project is not completed.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
What is it, Honorable Zachary?
Honorable Speaker, is it right for Honorable Kamwana, a member from the same committee, to try and bring about some sort of justification? Bearing in mind, Honorable Speaker, we are talking of a project that was allocated money in the financial year 2018-2019. 6 years down the line, the committee wants to insinuate that the department does not have records, that the department does not know the procurement process. Bearing in mind the procurement process is the procurement team is premised within the department, Honorable Speaker, and the sole reason as to why I requested for the same, and even for the committee to respond before we approve this budget for this financial year, is so that the same Honorable Speaker can be allocated funds so that we can finish. I know we have been having issues with insufficient budgeting, Honorable Speaker. And I know even in the education department, myself and the chair budget, we indicated that even the engineers should revise the budget for the toilets and for the ECDs, Honorable Speaker. We are not talking about that. We are talking about giving information, telling what happened, what is paid, what is required, so that people from Nyakeo can get justice from a project that was, Honorable Speaker, allocated money because it was a priority in the year 2018-2019. Honorable Speaker, I think as the chair notes indicated, this is the high time. This assembly should now crack the whip, Honorable Speaker. The Department on Education and Department, lads, especially, let me mention lads. It is very unfortunate and unfair. You correct someone's title, others have even been transferred, and yet you have not paid that person.
Order,
you can imagine the kind of the politics. I'm just giving a scenario, Honorable Speaker. The kind of politics that they are there, in quotes that Shabayenyu iliuzwa. The same case is happening. A ranking member like myself, serving for the second term, I cannot be in a position to compare a department, Honorable Speaker, and yet I'm having another new budget, Honorable Speaker. I cannot be in a position to complete a toilet and a classroom.
Honorable Zachary.
It is very unfortunate, Honorable Speaker, and that is why I cannot take it lightly when the Committee on Education, Honorable Speaker, is taking things just lightly. I have indicated in the floor of this House that it took my intervention. I took a pickup, purchased some sort of off-cuts to cover the pit, Honorable Speaker, for the safety of our kids. And yet, the Honorable Kamwana and the chair, for the last 4 months, Honorable Speaker, we have been talking about the same issue. It is not right, Honorable Speaker. We may talk about other financial statements and the rights, Honorable Speaker, but the issue to do with the projects that are touching our people, Honorable Speaker, a project worth less than 3 million, whereby we are having a budget, even in my reducible minimums, Honorable Speaker, I'm having a budget of more than 37 million, Honorable Speaker. Yet I cannot convince my people that the same will be completed in this financial year. I think we are joking, Honorable Speaker.
Your point of order, Honorable Zachary, has been noted, and equally, Honorable Kamwana, unless you clearly indicate that you are holding brief for the department, you are out of order. Proceed and conclude on the response as to the urgency of the statement.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to reiterate again that this time around I'm not speaking such that I'm a member of this committee. Neither am I defending or not even talking on behalf of the committee.
Order, Honorable Kamwana, you have just said you are a member of the committee. Are you denouncing that now?
It is true I'm a member, but I was standing as a member of Kadara. That's where I'm coming from now, Honorable Speaker. I'm saying that I equally agree with every member here who has spoken that the department has a lot of problems. It is true. And because I want to summarize, I want to say I recommend that this House can seek what we call a committee of the whole, so that we can be able to invite these people. We collect all these mistakes, all these things that are there, even because in my ward I have such severe cases that if I mention them here, you are going to see that this is the one that has been affected most. If it is possible, we can have a committee of the whole. We come and ask these people to answer questions. I was saying from my perspective that this department does not have the capacity to implement these projects for many reasons. But I wanted to, as I finished, to say that the issue of budgetary processes, whereby if we are not able to accomplish a project in a certain financial year, we lose those money as we proceed to other years.
Honorable Speaker, point of clarification.
My case.
Honorable Speaker, clarification, because it has been captured in the Hansard.
What is it, Honorable Jeru?
Yes, Honorable Kamwana has just indicated that this House does not have the capacity. Not the House, but the department. You have indicated the House.
Order. He has indicated the department.
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Not the House.
Not the House.
Honorable Speaker, even if it is the House, does the member insinuate that the Department of Education does not have the capacity to implement the projects that has been budgeted?
Order, Honorable Kamwana, order. You had indicated that you are concluding, and therefore let that be indicated in the statement that you are to bring, whether there is capacity or not. Honorable Chair, Education. Your member has indicated that the House could go the committee of the whole. Are you in agreement of that, or you stick to the 2 weeks?
Honorable Speaker, the committee is not incompetent. So, subjecting the House of the whole, whereas we can be able to handle the business at the committee level, I think is going overboard. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, did you have anything to add on that? Okay, Honorable Bai.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think mine will be very brief, and thank you for granted me this opportunity. I think one thing we need to realize, because we are all leaders and we are elected to serve. One of the mandate that we have been given by the Constitution of this Republic is that we are the one who are supposed to first to do the oversight. And I'm happy that if any project is allocated or is supposed to be done in my ward, the first thing I need to do is to ensure that I am oversighting the project and raising the concern immediately there is a challenge. Then when the department fails to do what we is supposed to do, then that's when the committee come in and try to assist. Instead of shifting blame from one head to another, we shift blame to committee, we shift the blame to honorable member of that area, we shift the blame to the department. We need to unite all of us as members here, because the first person of that area is Honorable Zachary. The second, when he realized that now things are not working, he brought his case to us. We might not have managed as a members of committee to do the do the findings at 100%, but now we have realized we'll be able now to sit down as with the committee, come up now, invite the department and address the challenge. But as matter as it is as per now, even Honorable Zachary himself, he need to realize that he failed from the word go. Because 2018, and he was the person who was the
point of order. Point of order.
He could
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Order. What is it, Honorable Zachary?
Honorable Speaker, I think it is an irony for a member of the said committee to listen the floor of this House, Honorable Speaker, and try to defend the committee, bearing in mind the issue of Rwanyambo ECD, Honorable Speaker. And I wish even the Hansard is consulted. I have taken a personal initiative to go to the department, Honorable Speaker. I took another initiative, as the chair had indicated, during another committee of the whole, in this regime and in the last regime, Honorable Speaker. It took an intervention of the chair budget, Honorable Speaker, after I posed a question during the committee of the whole. What is required for these two projects to be completed, Honorable Speaker? There was money. Was there partial payment for the said projects, Honorable Speaker, so that I can allocate the money? It was just a matter of communication, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, just a matter of communication that Rwanyambo ECD, this is what happened.
Order.
I have never been informed whether...
Honorable Zachary,
so, Honorable Speaker, with a lot of respect, and because the said was responded by the said chair, I think Honorable Bai is completely out of order, trying to insinuate that as member for Nyakio, and this is a task that is before them, Honorable Speaker, that I have failed in my representation, Honorable Speaker, whereby their chairman and the said committee, Honorable Speaker, have not been in a position, Honorable Speaker, to tell us, even as we speak now, what is ailing Rwanyambo, ECD, and toilet, Honorable Speaker.
Order. Your point of order noted. Clearly, Honorable Bai, you are out of order. If the report is on your desk, in your tray, and as a committee, and you have not provided answers, you cannot go on and blame the member who has come to bring the same grievances to the committee, rightfully. You so proceed.
Yes, yes, Honorable Speaker. You know, my work was I was just trying to bring order in that matter where we would avoid shifting blame from the honorable member and also the same member trying to bring blame to the committee. And at the same time, Speaker, you know, the work of committee is only doing the, we'll just do the findings.
What is it, Honorable Kate?
Mheshimiwa Spika, naomba ni mwarifu mwenzangu kutoka Gadhioro, Mheshimiwa ambaye.
There's not Gadhioro. Maybe she don't understand.
Order, Honorable Bae.
Naomba ni mwarifu nimwambie kwamba mbunge ama mwakilishi anapochaguliwa kuja katika hii bunge, haji kuwakilisha tu wodi yake, lakini akija anapewa majukumu kadha wa kadha na anawekwa katika kamati yoyote, na hiyo ndiyo kamati anastahili kufanyia kazi. Kwa hivyo mambo ya kusema kwamba mwakilishi wa wodi ndiye alikuwa anastahili kuchunguza hiyo kazi, mimi naona haifai. Kwa mfano, Mheshimiwa Spika, waziri katika serikali kuu wa barabara hawezi kuja hapa kuangalia barabara. Kazi yake ni mgao wa fedha katika bajeti na kuhakikisha mambo yote imewekwa shwari. Kwa hivyo mimi sioni vile anaweza weka mheshimiwa mwakilishi na kamati husika. Kamati husika ndio inapanga bajeti, ndio inaweka hizo
point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Na
Honorable Kate,
ndio inaweka hizo BQs pamoja ili kazi iweze kufanyika, na kazi ya kusimamia ni kazi ya kamati tosha.
Commission.
Mr. Speaker, I want to pick from what Honorable Catherine has just mentioned. One of the main thing, and that's what Honorable Mbai was bringing across, you have three mandates. One of them being oversight. Once you bring a project from your ward, it's upon you to follow to the letter that that project has been undertaken. And if it's not undertaken, Mr. Speaker, it's upon you now to do due diligence and know where the problem is. Honorable Zachary has just mentioned that he took a pickup full of what we call madirefu in Kikuyu, Mr. Speaker, and he did some covering of a pit latrine hole. At that particular time, Mr. Speaker, that's the time that Honorable Zachary could have tried to find out why is the contractor not doing his work, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable Steve.
Point of order.
Order.
Mr.
Order,
Speaker,
order.
point of information.
You are deliberately out of order.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Zachary has taken the steps necessary, and that is the statement pending in your committee.
Mr.
Order,
Speaker,
order.
point of information,
Honorable
Mr. Speaker.
Order. Honorable Bai, if you cannot substantiate how Honorable Zachary did not do due diligence, you are out of order, and you should not go back there. Honorable Deji, what information is it?
Mr. Speaker, this one is like a song having a chorus that will not come to an end. Mr. Speaker, my information is that the concern of the honorable member, Honorable Zachary, is just to know why the project has not been completed, and this is the burden which is upon the shoulders of the committee. So the honorable thing that this committee...
Order, that is noted. Honorable Deji, you contributed, and so let's finish with the Honorable Bai.
Honorable Speaker, I don't know whether now I will be able to respond to Honorable Catherine using Swahili language because...
Order, continue with the language you started.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think I am settled with whatever Honorable Catherine said, but she failed to understand that the work of an MC is only three. It is oversight, legislative, and what else? You remember? And a presentation. So oversight carries the day. Today, and I'm not justifying, Honorable Speaker, we have been, since we understand that the previous regime there was a lot of commotions and fighting. This is a new government, Honorable Speaker, and I am happy that, and I'm hoping that now the chairman of education, because he's here with our committee, will with those days that the committee chairman have requested, will do whatever can be done to bring that confirmation when why the project is not being done in the right way. And finally, Honorable Speaker, it is now a wake-up call to all members, all of us who are mandated to represent people. When something is being done in your ward, if it is not done in a proper way, stop it on time. Follow up. That is the work of oversight. Honorable Kongo he has just come in and he don't understand.
What information, Honorable Kongo?
I'm not.
Order, Honorable Bai. Order,
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm really concerned about this matter. I was listening the debate in my car, so on my way somewhere I've come back. Because, Honorable Speaker, when the Honorable Bai starts here and tells us it is a wake-up call for the members, this is the procedure. When a project is funded by the budget committee, after the member has lobbied for that project. The member go under oversight. If there is an issue, the member goes to the department and make a complaint, of which Sakari have done. You go to the department, you complain there is an issue for this project, because the member is not the implementer. The implementer is the executive. If the executive is not responding, we have been given tools through the standing order. The member comes to this assembly for an assistance. You seek a statement, so that now this matter can be weighed on a committee. And that is why we have sectoral committees. The sectoral committee are supposed to follow up the matter with the department. If the committee, Honorable Speaker, if the committee fails and feel that the department is not working, we come here and advise the implementation committee to censor the department, Honorable Speaker. So I don't understand what they are saying, that the members are not doing their work. Honorable Sakari have used the right procedure. This house is the one, and most likely this committee is the one that is failing the Honorable Sakari.
Order, honorable members, order. We have over debated on that issue. Rightly so, and honorable members, I take now this time to give directions. Honorable Chair.
Excuse me, Chair.
What is it, Honorable Ajiru?
Point of information.
Point of
information, Honorable Speaker. You want to make a ruling before you have given me time to make a response of the allegations which have been made.
Honorable Ajiru.
Mr. Speaker, I also rise to put my word on this issue. And as I found Honorable Kongo speaking, I want to say that members are given powers by this assembly to ask any question to the department by the standing orders of this assembly. And when you are in this assembly, a member can request for a statement so that it goes to the department, and then we get a response. Mr. Speaker, we have done that before. And I can say that the departments are not taking us seriously, because whenever we seek for a statement in this house, it is never taken seriously, Mr. Speaker. For example, I had a statement on education, and because they had an answer for that, which was an emergency, and I had to guide them, that issue of Nairobi ECD was sorted through emergency. But there's another now bigger issue of Kwanjora ECD. We saw the statement through the department, the answer one, which has an easier way of responding, but the one that has a bigger issue, they don't respond to it. So it is upon this assembly, it is upon this committee to take up those issues. For Nairobi ECD is sorted, but for Kwanjora, I am still seeking for information. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, when we see members expressing, it's not that members are not doing their work, they are doing their work through this assembly, and this assembly must help members to seek for those questions. My submission, Mr. Speaker.
Chairperson, respond.
Honorable Speaker, before the chairperson responds, I wish to make a comment and a contribution.
Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think the Education Committee is totally out of order. One of its members rose here and said that they have not been able to do the work, and they have requested that we have an ad hoc committee or a committee of the whole. Another member from the same department rose and played blame game on the honorable member representing that ward. I think that is quorum enough to show that this committee is not able to discharge its responsibility on the said issue. And as you make your ruling, Honorable Speaker, I request that that responsibility be laid to members who are able to do the same. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Chair, respond to the sentiments of the honorable members and the seeker of the statement.
Honorable Speaker, I will respond to each and every member and the issues they have raised. And Honorable Speaker, first and foremost, it is very unfair if this committee would come here and give what we call half-baked information, which will not satisfy the members. I'll start with the honorable member for Nyakio, who had asked for a statement. Honorable Speaker, he says it's urgent. Urgent for 7 years, Honorable Speaker. this statement has taken more than 7 years. He could have taken time before the
Po-
7
po-
years.
point
to be
of
the
order, Honorable
member
Speaker.
for the-
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Order.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Order.
Honorable
Proceed, Honorable Jero.
Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, should I, I'm the
order.
chair,
Honorable
and then
Chair.
respond. 7 years,
Point of
Honorable
order.
Speaker, 7
Honorable
years, and he
Speaker.
has never taken an action.
Point of
Honorable Chair,
order,
have your
Honorable
seat.
Speaker.
What is it, Honorable Jero? What is it, Honorable Jero?
Honorable Speaker, is it in order for a ranking member to insinuate that I have been here for 7 years, Honorable Speaker, whereby there is a matter before him as the chairperson, Honorable Speaker, a matter that has been contentious, a matter that has been reported, and yet, other than the said chair giving, Honorable Speaker, giving solutions, is indicating that the same has been there for 7 years. Is it in order, Honorable Speaker?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
You are out of order. Honorable Chair, this matter has been on your desk for the last budget cycle. Therefore, give, unless you substantiate.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. This is an issue of 2018-2019, Honorable Speaker. We have had budgets
Honorable
from
Chair.
2018-2019.
Honorable Chair.
It has not come cropped up in 2026.
Honorable
Speaker, we
give
must take
reasons.
us very
Order.
seriously.
Order. Honorable Gathungu. Order. Honorable members. Honorable Gathungu, Chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, and Gender and Social Protection. Order. Honorable Chair, you are to respond to the statement sought by Zachary Mwangi Jeru that has been there for a long time in your committee. Please continue and respond on that matter.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as we continue on that, I also want to respond to the chairman for the budget. Honorable Speaker, this ECD center was allocated 1 million shillings, Honorable Speaker. What can 1 million shillings do constructing an ECD?
Point of order.
Honorable
Point
Speaker.
of order, Honorable Speaker.
What is it? What is it, Honorable?
Honorable Speaker, I think you have one of the most incompetent chairman. Honorable Speaker, one of the roles of the committee, besides the role of a member, is to oversight the department. Have they brought a report to the budget committee indicating that the funding was insufficient and the budget committee has failed to increase the money? Do we have the engineer's report on appraisal for that project and we failed to fund? Honorable Speaker, he should not run away from his responsibility. Actually, he has failed us. He has been the chairman for 3 years. What has he done about the project?
Order. Honorable Chair, Order Mugathungu, order, put your microphone off. Honorable Gathungu, you are out of order. The matter at hand is about a report that is on your committee, not how long the project has been there. Can you respond to the statement sought by Honorable Zachary Mwangi Jeru?
And Honorable Speaker, even as I respond, I would like the chairman of the budget to know I'm not omnipresent. So if you don't bring issues to the committee, should I know the ECDs which are not being done in Gethafai?
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. Point of order.
Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members.
Point of order,
honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members.
Mr. Speaker, point of information.
Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. It is important to note the seriousness of this matter and respond accordingly. I want to give directions. Honorable Chair, you asked for 14 days to respond.
Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable member.
We can't use
Honorable
smoothing
Chair,
method, Honorable
you
Speaker,
raised,
because smoothing method, Honorable
you
Speaker,
raised,
to solve issues.
Mr. Speaker, point of information.
order. We are resting the matter. Order. We are giving directions. Honorable Chair, what is the position of the Committee on Education on this statement sought by Honorable Zachary Mwagi Jeru?
Honorable Speaker, I'm a student of management. And if you use smoothing method to solve issues here, Honorable Speaker, they will recur. And they will recur even with bigger consequences. But Honorable Speaker, since you want me to respond, I give you 14 days. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The honorable members, you note the chair, you note the seriousness of this matter and the sentiments of the honorable members, and therefore I direct as I give the time I sought, and if the statement is satisfactory, we go by it. If not, the chair shall give direction. Next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills. Under this order, there is a motion by Honorable Zachary Mwagi Jeru, the Chairperson, Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue.
Honorable Zachary Mwagi Jeru, Chairperson, Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue. Proceed. Order, honorable members consulting law terms. Proceed, Honorable Zachary Mwagi Jeru.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following motion, that this House does adopt the report of the Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue on the Nyandarua County Revenue Fund annual revenue statements. That is for the financial year ended 30th day of June 2024 as a report of the House, and the recommendations therein as a resolution of the House. Honorable Speaker, with me is the said report, and I wish to go directly to the background, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, aware that Nyandarua County Government is charged with the responsibility of providing a variety of services to the residents within its jurisdiction. This includes the services that were previously provided or conducted by the defunct local authorities and the ones transferred by the national government, Honorable Speaker. And Article 207 of the Constitution of Kenya provides the establishment of the County Revenue Fund, in which shall be paid all money or monies raised or received on behalf of the county government. Further, Section 109 of the PFMA, that is 2012, outlines the county treasury as responsible for administration of the County Revenue Fund, and pursuant to Section 157, subsection 1 of the PFMA Act 2012, the county government revenue is received through the appointed county receiver of revenue by the county executive member of finance to the county treasury. And Honorable Speaker, receipts received by the county government include, that is the exchequer releases, grants from the development partners, proceedings from domestic and foreign borrowings, OSR, that is own source revenue, and any other miscellaneous deposits in the County Revenue Fund account. Honorable Speaker, the withdrawal of funds from the County Revenue Fund is authorized by the County Appropriation Act. The County Treasury is required to seek the Controller of Budget's approval for the withdrawal of funds from the County Revenue Fund to the County Executive and the County Assembly bank accounts. Honorable Speaker, the transfers from the exchequer are recognized in the books of accounts when the cash is received. Cash is considered as received when a payment instruction is issued to the bank and notified to the receiving entity. On the other hand, OSR revenue is recognized as receipts when funds are transferred to the county exchequer account, which is the county revenue fund. Honorable Speaker, having considered the county revenue fund annual report for the financial statements, that is for the year ended 30th day of June 2024, the committee observed that the county prepared initial budget estimates for the financial year 23-24 that was approved by the House, amounting to Kenya shillings 8,212,458,670 Kenya shillings, and later first supplementary budget amounting to 8,748,151,544 shillings. This comprised of equitable share, that is equitable share, OSR, conditional loans and grants, and CLF and spent balances for the financial year 2022-2023. Honorable Speaker, the analysis of the approved budget is tabulated in the table below. That is table 1. You can see the equitable share, what was appropriated in the initial budget, and the second column, what was appropriated in the supplementary budget. Table 2 shows about revenue estimates. That is for the financial year 23-24.
Point of order.
What is it, Honorable Kate?
Mheshimiwa Spika, nakala ambayo mwenyekiti anaongelelea hatuna kwa vifaa vyetu.
Maybe Chair, as you give directions, I can confirm the seed is there. Maybe the member needs to refresh the gadget.
ICT department kindly facilitate the members. Proceed, Honorable Jero.
Very well. On revenue, it is indicated in table 2. On equitable share, the projected revenue was 5,905,976,056 shillings, and that constituted to a percentage of 67.51 of the entire budget. OSR was projected at 1,225 million, and that was a total of 14%. Conditional loans and grants, there was a projection of 1,157,174,978 shillings, and that constituted to 13.23%. And balance are brought forward from financial year 2021-2022 of 460 million and 510 Kenya shillings, and that constituted to 5.26%. The analysis above, Honorable Speaker, indicates of a reliance of the county government on equitable share, conditional grants and grants from development partners, and the national government. The actual CLF revenue performance, Honorable Speaker, as at 30th June 2024 against the final budget, is summarized in table 3 above. We have the equitable share, we have the final budget for the period, we have the actual revenue received, and we have the percentage in realization, Honorable Speaker. The same is well tabulated there. And it is good to note that the main county revenue sources are the local revenue, that is the OSR, equitable share, conditional grants and loans. Honorable Speaker, the county government in the financial year 23-24 anticipated to initially collect a total of 985 million in own source revenue, and this was accounting to 12% of the total budget. However, in the second supplementary budget, the projection was raised to 1.225 billion, raising to 14%. Own source revenue comprised of the record collections of Kenya shillings 793 million and FIF of Kenya shillings 432 million, according to the Controller of Budget report. Nevertheless, collection for this period amounted to Kenya shillings 516 million, 379,685 Kenya shillings, which is a total of 42.15% of the target, comprising of 2005 million of OSR and Kenya shillings 309.9 million of Facility Improvement Fund, that is FIF. Over the time, Honorable Speaker, the county has recorded tremendous growth in revenue collection from Kenya shillings 138 million 349,081 shillings in financial year 2023-14 to Kenya shillings 516 million 379,685 Kenya shillings in the year under review, with the revenue targets ranging from 156 million 447,410 Kenya shillings to 1.225 billion. Honorable Speaker, the own source revenue performance for the last financial year, we have the financial year, we have the budgeted target, we have the actual receipts, and we have the variance. And it is good to note that financial year 2019-2020, there was the budgeted target of 630. The actual receipts was 379.48 million, and that was a there was a variance of 39.76%. Financial year 2020-2021, there was a target of 954 million. The actual receipts were 408,718,259, and that constituted to 57.16% in variance. Financial year 2021-2022, the budgeted target was 990 million. The actual receipt was 473.06 million, and that was a variance of 52.22%. Financial year 22-23, there was a target of 670 million. The actual receipt was 491.56 million, and that was a variance of 26.63%. And the financial year 23-24, the budgeted target was 1.225 billion. The actual receipts was 516 million 379,685 Kenya shillings, and that was a variance of 57.85%. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is good to ask ourselves what happened. And it is good to note that the department has faced several challenges resulting to underperformance. And these challenges include: 1, lack of evaluation role, Honorable Speaker; lack of geomapping, that is spatial planning, to assist in mapping of revenue sources. Number 3, obsolete property rates system, that is reforms, which give inaccurate data. Number 4, lack of revenue collection legislation, for instance, the Revenue Administration Act. Number 5, shortage of revenue collection staffs, and lack of full automation and integration of revenue processes. And Honorable Speaker, it is good to note that the following should have been considered, or should be considered as revenue enhancement measures. 1, updating of the valuation law. Number 2, enhancement of flood control boards. Number 3, late waivers. Number 4, default agricultural facilities. Number 5, recruitment of revenue staff, revenue enforcement, geomapping and spatial planning, full automation and integration of the revenue processes, and addressing intergovernmental relations. In our findings, Honorable Speaker, the county government hardly meets its target since inception, with the exemption of financial year 2014-2015, where the county target was Kenya shillings 200 million, and realized Kenya shillings 240 million. The variance in the last 5 years, as shown in the table 4, is mostly above 50%, which is directly proportional to their annual pending bills. Honorable Speaker, the county government needs to adopt new revenue-raising measures and enhance the existing revenue streams, as well as addressing leakages in the revenue. Previously, Honorable Speaker, the county has undertaken revenue waivers on rad rates, which has not had outstanding results as expected. The department is expected to instill new measures to realize greater revenue in such cases of waivers, as well promote business within the county. Under the equitable share, Honorable Speaker, the county government has been receiving the equitable share of revenue raised nationally, which are accounted to 67.51% of the total revenue in the financial year under review. In the financial year 23-24, the county received 5,433,497,971 Kenya shillings as equitable share, which is 92% of the projected equitable share. The projected equitable share revenue and receipts for the last 5 years are analyzed below. That is in table 5, the budget targets, the actual receipts, and the percentages. Honorable Speaker, the county has been receiving conditional grants and loans from the national government. The county received Kenya shillings 441,971,865 shillings as conditional grants for the national government and development partners, which is 38.19% of the projected grants. The performance of conditional grants is as tabulated in the table 6, Honorable Speaker. That is from financial year 2019-20 to 23-24. And Honorable Speaker, the projected conditional grants are mostly not fully funded. It is good to note that. And conditional grants received in the period under review declined by 37% from the previous period, as per the tabulation, Honorable Speaker. Arising from that, Honorable Speaker, the committee makes the following recommendation. 1, that the House does adopt the committee's report on the County Revenue Fund annual report and financial statement for the year ended 30th day of June 2024, and the recommendations therein as the resolution of this Honorable House, and that the County Executive Committee member for Finance, Economic Planning and ICT going forward does ensure that there is right data on every stream before waivers on fees and charges is granted. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I think with that analysis and tabulation for the year under review is explicit, Honorable Speaker, and I wish to call upon Honorable Catherine to second.
Second the report and also give my comments on the same. You see that we have recommended that that going forward they ensure that they have the right data on every stream before waivers on fees and charges are granted. Honorable Speaker, the reason we have said that is because every time the county government makes a waiver on land rates, on rates not paid, we do not get a comprehensive report on how much was paid. Sometimes the advertisement and the publicity used to ask for that waiver, and the money collected the advertisement even spends more. Yet again, Honorable Speaker, a waiver can only be granted when you have adequate data to know who has not paid. You cannot waive for data you do not have. And I think without a valuation role, this county should not offer waivers to the county government. I second.
I propose the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Finance, Economic Planning, ICT, and Revenue on the Nyandarua County Revenue Fund, annual report, annual revenue statements for the financial year ended 30th June 2024 as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. Honorable Steve Matimo, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. From the onset, I want to really thank the committee for the good work that they've done on the report before the House this morning. However, Mr. Speaker, on this issue, on the on-source revenue, or in totality matters revenue, I would wish the chair, through the department and through the CCM of the said Finance, Economic Planning, and ICT, should come up with measures, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that we are able to know how much we're able to collect, even per day, per hour. I think, Mr. Speaker, it's our high time as a county. We agree that we are not able to seal all the loopholes in matters pertaining to revenue collection in our county, Mr. Speaker. If you go to the department today or even right now and ask them, how much have you collected right now? They may not have those data. But, Mr. Speaker, with the digital world that we are in, and ICT department being in that very department, Mr. Speaker, I believe that they can be able to ensure that they are able to digitalize revenue collection. The other part, Mr. Speaker, is on ensuring that we are able to ensure to seal the loopholes in revenue collection. Mr. Speaker, I've said time and again, one of the main problems that we have as a county is placing a revenue collector and the enforcement at the same point. This has to come to an end, Mr. Speaker. You cannot put someone who is enforcing the law with the same person who is collecting. Who will oversee or who will overlook the other, Mr. Speaker? I think the same should be done, and among the recommendations that they've made today, I would humbly request the chair to consider ensuring that we are able to enforce the same, but not from the same point, Mr. Speaker. With that, I support.
Okay. Honorable Isaac Kungo Wajiro, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow me first, I appreciate the report that has been tabled today by the chairman, but also allow me today, and I have a lot of respect for the chairman and the committee, to put a challenge to the committee on this report. I've been able to go through this report, and it is short of the information I would like to digest in this House. Honorable Speaker, if you look at this report, the report itself indicates, or if you look at the heading or the report that is being tabled here, it is the County Revenue Fund. County Revenue Fund annual report. So what is this report, Honorable Speaker? Because that is where we start. What is this report? This is a report that is giving a green light of the resources that we received as a county in the financial year, that is 2023-2024. Whatever we received as a county. Honorable Speaker, the reason I'm saying it is short, it has some gaps that I would like the committee to have addressed. We have 3 sources of revenue. Number 1 is the OSR, own source revenue. Number 2 is equitable share. And number 3 are the grants. Honorable Speaker, I am expecting the committee, when they report to this House, to tell us that within the budget, this was the amount of money we expected to receive from the grants. They give a breakdown. If it is a grant, they say we expected this from NAFCDP, we expected this from FROCA, we expected this from KISIP. And what did we receive? I am expecting to see from NAFCDP, we received this amount in terms of percentage, and an explanation of why we did not receive the balance, so that we can know whether it is a county that did not meet the condition that are given by the conditional grants, or where was the problem, or there was a delay by the donor. Right now, they have given just a figure. We were expecting to receive 1.7 billion for grants. We received 90 or 60%. That is not communicating. We want them to split, to dive inside and say, this is the amount that we are supposed to receive from FROCA, but we did not receive this amount. These were the reasons that were given. Honorable Speaker, that way we will be able to subject the departments and the executive to tell us why. Otherwise, the way the report is very general. Right now, we cannot be able to debate. For example, I want to debate FROCA. I want to debate NAFCDP. I want to debate KISAP. I don't have information. I don't know how much was received, how much was not received, whatever was received, where it went, and where are the balances. The other issue, Honorable Speaker, is the issue of equitable share. I am expecting them also to diverge in, because we have received a report from the Control of Budget saying there was zero absorption in the first quarter of the financial year. So as they also discussing the fund of equitable share, I also want them to delve in and say how this money was released. When and what time did we receive this money as a county? So that we can also be able to bring a report that can be read and say, when the Control of Budget said there was zero absorption in the first quarter, there was no resources because the first equitable share was released at a certain time. Honorable Speaker, I am saying this is a report that requires a critical analysis. Honorable Speaker, because out of the critical analysis, we are going to make recommendation not only for this House, but also for other independent offices that govern the issue of revenue in this country, including the Control of Budget, including the CRA. Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the issue of OSR, I'm also expecting to see an analysis. We have scrapped everything. We were expecting to receive 1.2 billion, we received 400 million. But I'm expecting to see an analysis, for example, of major revenue streams. What happens? What was the target for single business permit? How much did we receive? What is the gap? How much did we expect from rad rates? How much did we receive? I am expecting a graphical explanation and an analysis so that we can be able to point out this stream, there is a problem. Maybe we overestimated or there was a laxity in implementing it. Honorable Speaker, what I'm saying, I agree with the report, but I think we can dig deeper because as an assembly, we are supposed to bring more value, to increase more value, and to bring out issues that we need to be addressed. Otherwise, I accept the report, but in the next year, I expect more details on this kind of report, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Kamwana.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to emphasize, I want to say that this is one critical document in the management of county affairs. How I wish we can have a lot of enigma or energy when we look into such a document. But Honorable Speaker, one of the challenges that we are having is that now we are discussing a document that was there for financial year 2023-2024. It's a long time. It means if this trend continues, by the time we'll be finishing this term, that is the third assembly, will not have looked into the projection of the last 2 financial years. So how I wish that whoever prepares this document, that is the executive, can up his responsibility so that we can have this document in earnest as early as either July or August of the preceding financial year. Honorable Speaker, I want to echo and say thank you to Honorable Kongo, the member for Wanjohi, because he has been able to touch on many things that we would want to see brought together with this document. That is very important. I know we usually have a lot of energy when we come to budgeting issues, but how I prayed with my honorable members that we can have equally energy, enough energy to come and discuss where we can get these monies from so that we can divide in the budget estimates. Honorable Speaker, I want to remind the chair for finance and economic planning and ICT also to look into matters that we can be able to compare how other counties are faring in matters of financial management. Honorable Speaker, I want to tell this House you can be able to see the trend in other counties that they have been able to improve year in out. And specifically, I always mention about Homa Bay County, that they have been able to increase their own source revenue from 130 million to the tunes of 700 million in this term of the Land Assembly. I don't know whether they are doing magic or how they are prophesying, but I believe as a finance guru that this is not magic or computer science. It can be done if people can have prudence management practices. Honorable Speaker, if you can be able to look from this document, you can be able to see the variance that we live on borrowed money or we live on handies from, for example, the equitable share, that we are only able to raise the difference of 23%. 67% of our money that we get is that we get from those partners, whether from the exchequer, that is the treasury, the national treasury, from the grants. But when we come to look into our pockets, how we can get this money, we miss this point. If you look at the recommendations, they are in out the same. I've been able to look to the other documents to see whether they have been able to expunge some of the recommendations, and they have not done so. So we don't know whether we speak to deaf people who are not able to change anything, that when we tell them that you need to do the variation rule, it is taking too long. When you tell these people to automate, they cannot automate. When you tell these people to not to wait when they don't have data, they continue doing this. Nyandarua has a culture that we need to change, that we need to see that when we are checked in the map, we are a county that is able to which can be able to raise as much as 3 billion in our own source revenue. But how I pray, I don't know when we are going to exceed the 600 million shillings, money that is retro to pay for our salaries for 2 months. Honorable Speaker, I support the document as we urge that in future it can have more information. Thank you so much.
Honorable Bogo, then Honorable Finch.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And from the onset, I'm supporting the document. But on the same, there are some things that should be looked into, because the committee has tried to elaborate on the issues that contributed to the failure of achieving what we expected. Mr. Speaker, when we are budgeting, because I happen to be a member of the budget committee, everybody from the governor, from the speaker, from all the departments members who are democratically elected, and everybody who is interested in resources struggle to make sure that the right items are enshrined. But if we don't get it right during the collection of the revenue, then we will never get right when we are planning. I will zero in and go to where the department came up with the recommendation. The department, and I will read verbatim, they say that the department has faced several challenges resulting to the underperformance, and they included lack of variation role, that is A, they go up to F. But when you go to the recommendation, they have given only 2 recommendations. Mr. Speaker, when we are approving motions, they should be explicit to the department. This is exactly what we want you to do. When you tell them that they don't have a valuation role, they lack the geospatial planning, obsolete property rates, lack of revenue collection, shortage of revenue staffs, lack of, and in the recommendation you don't tell them to employ. Or rather, you say that you are creating your information to what they have failed. There's nothing you are telling them. Let me take you to the recommendation, Mr. Speaker. With all due respect to the chairman, because you happen to sit in the budget where we scratch heads looking for money. These are the recommendations that the House adopt. Yes, you have adopted. Then what have we told the department? Nothing. Because I was expecting us to tell the department, this is exactly you should do A, B, C, and D. So even if we approve this motion, yes, we have approved. We have looked there. The same thing is going to repeat in the cycle we have just started. My dear Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, it might be the same recommendations we are going to have sometimes in the history or in the future when we are coming to the outlook of the next year. Because there is nothing we have said to the department, we are just but open, we have just lamented, as I said in another motion that was said here in the department. So, in as much as we are approving, and I agree with Mheshimiwa Kongo, these are numbers that have directly been picked from the budget we approved, direct pickups of, there's no analysis in this one. And that is why you can see directly when we go to the recommendation, look and compare what they found and the recommendation they gave. They are not adding up. Thank you. I don't know whether, yes, I support, but they need to top up to make sure that next year's report is done well, so that we can know where we are losing the money and where we are losing it all. Because if they had targeted 1.2 billion, and then they come and approve recommendations that are not insisting to the department, then we have, this year we have approved a budget that is almost heading to 1 billion, then we might not be able to achieve the same. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Denji.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to rise and support the motion. And Mr. Speaker, I'm proud by Mheshimiwa Bogo, who is very vocal and very open to anything that is going astray. Mr. Speaker, I want to point out at table number 4, letter number C. The absolute property rate system, that is life forms, which gives inaccurate data. Mr. Speaker, mostly this one I'm suggesting is coming to the payment of RAD rates. And Mr. Speaker, I'm worried because we have never heard that the RAD has been repossessed by the government. One of the reasons that the waivers are made, it's to enable, Mr. Speaker, it's to enable those people who are who are not capable of paying the RAD rates to pay. Mr. Speaker, we have been listening to other counties, which I think these counties should even have to borrow a leaf. A county like Kiambu, which gives a waiver, and almost 80% of people pays. Mr. Speaker, there must be something wrong in this process of correcting RAD rates when waivers are given. Mr. Speaker, I remember last time, the last waiver that was given. It was almost, Mr. Speaker, I was very worried. Somebody traveling from Dalago, from Sharagita coming to Olkarau, and then going back without paying a penny. Mr. Speaker, this one is not very right. Mr. Speaker, when you go to number F, lack of full automation and integration of revenue, why are they telling us to? Why are they writing this, Mr. Speaker? We may ask. They should come up with a solution, address the problem, so that they can be assisted, either by the systems that we use by collecting revenue, and avoid losses, Mr. Speaker. Most of this revenue they end up in the pockets of some few people, Mr. Speaker. And this is why we cannot even meet the target. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I support, but there's something to be done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Joyce Munywa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I also wish to support, but as has been said by the previous speakers, I think more information, and for me, I think especially when we talk about the recommendations, what we can be able to do. I was just trying to have a reflection on this, and most of the things that we are lighting as the challenges, we have been saying them for the last, I believe, the last 2 financial years. We have sat here, we have said the same thing about the valuation law, about the automation. And I don't know whether it will make any much difference if we put that as part of the recommendation and give in some timelines on the reason why that has not been done. I'm also looking at table 3. I don't know whether it was an error or something, because it talks about the revenues, but it does not give the summary, the totals and the actual revenue. So basically when somebody looks at it, it shows as if on the realization part of it for the total we had 100%, which is not true, so which I am thinking might be an error in that. And then also as part of the enhancement measures, we talk about recruitment of revenue staff. I remember there was some advertisement some times back on 50 revenue officers. I don't know what happened about that. So I'm trying to connect this with even what we did here. There was, is it a board that we passed in this assembly that was to work with matters revenue? I'm not sure what really happened. So I really support the chair of the budget when it says there's much more information that should have been included in this report to make it comprehensive and actually to make even more recommendation for ensuring that in the subsequent reports we get a clear direction which can help us in the decision making. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The issues I wanted to raise have been raised very well by the Honorable Joyce. I would just request the mover.
Bo Zachary Jeru, kindly respond.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, first of all, wish to appreciate all the members who have contributed to the said report, Honorable Speaker. And from the onset, I want to inform members that this is an annual report, Honorable Speaker, and the issue to do with the financial statements, it is more of reporting, though it does not cause any harm to have a detailed report, as the chair budget had indicated, Honorable Speaker, and according to our standard operating procedures on matters of financial statements, Honorable Speaker, we have been doing as much, but on the issue to do with the tabulation, I want to assure members that that one will be done in the subsequent reports. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Steve raised an issue pertaining that we should have, we should be in a position to tell how much we collect per hour, per day, and even per month. Honorable Speaker, it was not possible with the current revenue collection system that we are having. That is the BSK, Honorable Speaker. And we have done a very tedious job, Honorable Speaker, together with the Budget Committee, trying to make sure that at least this county procures another revenue collection system. You can tell, and Honorable Theji is a witness, that I was even called 2 days to the last day of our financial year by the traders that the system was not even working, Honorable Speaker, the BSK, Honorable Speaker. So that is a very serious challenge, but I can inform this House with authority, Honorable Speaker, that the Budget Committee provided funds for procurement of another system which is ongoing, Honorable Speaker, or which is underway. And then, Honorable Speaker, when we are talking about a system, and that is why I would beseech members not to view the report as if we are having two recommendations. When we talk about a system, Honorable Speaker, a system entails a number of packages. One, it is entailing having up-to-date data, Honorable Speaker, so that we can tell what is happening on day-to-day business, Honorable Speaker. That notwithstanding, we are able to do a proper mapping, Honorable Speaker. We are able to integrate a number of processes and systems, Honorable Speaker, that we are using in our different revenue streams, Honorable Speaker. So when we are talking about a system, Honorable Speaker, it is not just that we are talking about like what the BSK has been doing. No, we are talking of an elaborate process, Honorable Speaker, that will be in a position to bridge a number of gaps. Honorable Isaac Kongo and the chair budget indicates that we need to expand the scope. Yes, I agree. But with our financial reporting, Honorable Speaker, the kind of the tabulation that will be seen, Honorable Speaker, and as a committee we will try as much. But Honorable Speaker, analyzing all those grants, and we will do as much. First of all, we will be doing the work of the budget committee, Honorable Speaker. And yes, and there is no harm in doing that and doing an analysis on the same, Honorable Speaker. Pertaining the equitable share, Honorable Speaker, the table is explicit, Honorable Speaker. He indicated about the equitable share. We have indicated what we have been receiving vis-a-vis. The only thing that we have not indicated, and that is why I have indicated that we might be now getting to businesses of the Budget Committee, Honorable Speaker, is when, Honorable Speaker, and how the same has been disbursed, Honorable Speaker. Like now, when we will be reporting for this financial year, Honorable Speaker, because a similar report will come, Honorable Speaker, you can tell that including when the same has been released, Honorable Speaker, is quite tasking, but we will do that. Honorable Kamwana indicated about timelines. And it is good to report that we only consider reports as they come, Honorable Speaker. And if the department is ready in submitting these reports, Honorable Speaker, we are only left to consider the said report as they are committed to the committee. The issue to do with OSR, Honorable Speaker, at least we can appreciate that we are doing something on OSR. I think since the inception of devolution, Honorable Speaker, it is this committee for this regime, Honorable Speaker, during this regime, that has been able to poke holes, to identify, to diagnose the challenges that has been aiding this county on matters on source revenue and provide solutions, Honorable Speaker. And you can tell we have been able, yes, we have been able, Honorable Speaker, to indicate that one, we have been working on an accurate data, Honorable Speaker. It is a fact. We're in the process of having a system, Honorable Speaker. This county have not been having a valuation role. Yes, it is a fact. We have not been having a valuation role. But this time around, we have a budget of 10 million. We have an allocation of 10 million, Honorable Speaker. The valuation role is underway. Yes, we have been able to tell that the spatial planning, Honorable Speaker, is very dear to OSR, Honorable Speaker. Yes, it is in the process. Something is being done, Honorable Speaker. We have been able to identify that it is not only enough to have a revenue stream, but do we have regulations for that particular revenue stream? A number of revenue streams, especially the main revenue streams, Honorable Speaker. Regulations are coming up, Honorable Speaker. Yes, we have been even been able to approve revenue board and revenue administration act, Honorable Speaker. That is a plus, Honorable Speaker. We have been able to talk about enforcement, Honorable Speaker. The Committee on Public Service, where I'm a member, we have been able to come up with a policy. Compliance and enforcement policy, Honorable Speaker. It is a plus towards enhancement of own source revenue. I want to comment on the issue that was raised by Honorable Theji, that we have been using a system called life forms. Yes, a very old system that was used during different authorities, Honorable Speaker. We are now in an integrated world, the world of IFMIS, Honorable Speaker. And as we speak, even now, even the IFMIS, we are moving away from IFMIS now going to GOK, Honorable Speaker. So let the members not view the two recommendations as only the two recommendations. In our findings, Honorable Speaker, we have been able to diagnose the problems, and equally we have given solutions on the same. Another issue that was raised by Honorable Kamwana is that some counties like Homa Bay have been in a position to grow tremendously in their OSR, Honorable Speaker. Yes, I do agree with that, but Honorable Speaker, we have to ask ourselves a number of questions. In our county, are we strategically positioned like other counties? Are we investors ready, Honorable Speaker, so that we feel the issue of investment, Honorable Speaker, in terms of return on investment, Honorable Speaker, whereby we will get revenue? Honorable Speaker, have we been in a position to address the historical injustices that has happened, especially with our infrastructure, Honorable Speaker? Remember, a town like Nyahururu, Honorable Speaker, that could have been bringing a lot of revenue over here. A town like Dodori, Girugiru, Naivasha and Kemende, that has been built, Honorable Speaker, by our people, Honorable Speaker. But when the demarcation of boundaries were being put, Honorable Speaker, so we are more left as if Nyandarua is a rural county, Honorable Speaker. So we have been disadvantaged with a number of revenue streams, Honorable Speaker, like parking. It is right now we are just trying to have street parking, Honorable Speaker. In fact, gazetting parking lots, Honorable Speaker. It's only here in Orokarau. All the other rural towns from Kenton to Karampton, Honorable Speaker, I don't think we have been having parking somewhere. So these are the kind of discussion we need to have on what needs to be done. What needs to be done with our towns that are upcoming, the likes of Engineer, the likes of Mairoinya, Honorable Speaker, and Meharati. We see how we can, as a county, intervene, allocate some funds for infrastructural development, and in return, Honorable Speaker, as we serve our people, we get revenue. Honorable Bogo mentioned about valuation role, and he can tell he is a member of the budget committee, Honorable Speaker. There was a problem because where the budget committee had allocated funds for the valuation role, it was allocated as a development, Honorable Speaker. So when the department agreed, because of the scarce resources, to get a consultancy, Honorable Speaker, from the national government, the same could have been absorbed as a recurrent vote, Honorable Speaker, for the DSS and allowances for the staff from the national government, Honorable Speaker. During the last supplementary budget, we were able to allocate funds squarely as the department indicated, Honorable Speaker. And I'm duly informed that valuation role is almost in place. Honorable Joyce talked about the revenue officers. Yes. An advertisement was done for 50 revenue officers, and I can confirm that 30 revenue officers was already recruited, Honorable Speaker. So we need to follow up with the 20 that were left to see what happened. And then, during another report of the Finance Committee, Honorable Speaker, we did recommended the issue to do with the designation, Honorable Speaker. All those officers whom, in quotes, does not have a working station, Honorable Speaker, can be trained to be revenue officers, Honorable Speaker. In fact, I want to appreciate even the good work that is being done by the Committee on Public Service, Honorable Speaker. The issue to do with staff establishment is being done, Honorable Speaker, so that we can be in a position to tell who can go where and who can work where, Honorable Speaker, and that is being addressed. About Honorable Teji, I had indicated that it is very unfortunate that we are using a system that was developed during different authorities, Honorable Speaker. The reforms and the BSK, hopefully in this financial year, Honorable Speaker, God willing, we'll be having a new system and be in a position now to address that issue and be in a position to integrate all the other systems, inclusive of the FIF, because equally FIF is part of revenue, Honorable Speaker. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I want to assure this House that this committee is equal to the task, but it is good equally for the members to know that we cannot enlarge our scope too much. This report entails a very wide data, Honorable Speaker, but all the raised concerns have been noted, and in the upcoming report, the same will be addressed, and I beg to move.
I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue on the Nyandarua County Revenue Fund, annual revenue statements for the financial year ended 30th June 2024 as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we've exhausted the business as indicated in the morning session's order paper.
Honorable members, there being no other business to transact in this sitting, I now adjourn the House to Wednesday, the 9th day of July, 2025 at 2:30 p.m.